Have you ever had that feeling of someone watching you, or the sensation of someone following you? Many more feelings and sensations for this is the After Dark podcast. Welcome back, guys, to episode 11 of the After Dark podcast. Oh, listen, if you would have told me a while back that if I would have started a podcast, I would have probably said you're crazy. But we're here in episode 11 of the After Dark podcast with all new gifts in front of your screens. Let me see. I can't really tell what the corner says, but it belongs to that person. All these gifts that you're gonna see in front is I don't own them, and therefore they're not mine. So I do just Google it and and see what pretty much fits the theme, which is pretty much rain. So we get these tags done, and meanwhile, how are you guys? Hopefully you guys are doing all right. Hopefully you guys are having a really good day, and hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening tonight. First and foremost, I do want to apologize because the gameplay that we did in the morning, earlier today, live stream ended on me, and this episode of the podcast will be a shorter one due to the fact that the program closed on me and the live stream ended, and I don't want it to happen on the podcast again. So we are going to keep it relatively short, not too short, but comfortably short. So we'll see. If I have the feeling that it'll bug out on me, then the episode will end. But so let me get the let me get this out of the way. So we played the Little Nightmares, and it was alright. Yeah, it wasn't scary, but it has some type of scary elements in there. But yeah, let me see. I'm just getting rid of these tags right here. I gotta hurry it up. Hurry. Oh, that's how you spell streaming. Oh yeah, but yeah. Thursday. Oh man, one more day until the weekend. Can't wait. Cannot wait. What are you guys gonna do for the weekend? It's the 11th. Oh man, just so close. Like tiny bit close to being Friday the 13th. Oh. But we cannot have it because we can't have nice things. So we're still gonna be reading off the urban legends from the United States, and the website called Thrillist. And yesterday we left off with Nevada, Area 51. Like I said. If you live around the area, send your boy one of those stickers that says, about the alien things, because I would really like to see them. But yeah, urban legends, I like them because they have some truth to it. Not all of them, but some of them. And by some of them, I mean pretty much all of them. Whoa. But yeah, and after we're done with the urban legends, which we don't have, we have a little bit more. But yeah, once we're done with these, we're definitely gonna go around the world and see, if we can find more scary stuff to read. But yeah, so we're over here on Twitter. Trying to get these tags out, and also I did a live stream in the morning. Well, in the morning over here in California, and it was pretty much me drawing over on Instagram. And I was thinking maybe I should just keep live streaming me drawing, but this time over here on YouTube. Who knows? I haven't really decided yet, because I'm not the best at drawing, but I want to become one of the best. Drawing is my passion, and You know what I mean. But yeah, okay, so we're almost done. With so yeah, urban legends, man. I mean, I really like them. I really do like them. So yesterday, like I said, we left off in Nevada, Area 51, and from there we are gonna go to New Hampshire, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay. So New Hampshire. Okay. So recap: Nevada has Area 51. Nebraska, the Seven Sister Roads. Montana, the Hitchhiker of Black Horse Lake. Missouri, Zombie Road. Mississippi, the Three-Legged Lady of Nash Road. Hey, if I would have seen a three-legged lady coming at me waddling, where am I? Minnesota, the hairy man of there it is, that word again. Vergas Trail, Michigan with Hell's Bride, Massachusetts with the Curse of Guile Corey, Maryland with the Goat Man. We read a lot yesterday. Maine Wood Island Lights, and Louisiana the Vampire Committee de Saint Germain. I still don't know how to pronounce that name, but nevertheless, we shall keep going with New Hampshire. And in New Hampshire, we come across the urban legend called the Cursed Isles of Shoals. And this is why it is creepy. The charming archipelago of Isles of Shoals of New Hampshire, Eastern Shores is a perfect destination for a seaside picnic. Or, a series of brutal murders. I did not say Siri. I said Serious. Damn it. Two young women were horrifically butchered via the particular creepy maniac with an axe. Method in the late 1870s, and apparently you can still hear them screaming often late at night, which is just objectively unsettling. This specific island, this Muddy Nose, is said to be haunted by the ghost of the axe murderer himself. Pirates and a gang of other poltergeists and come on. Have you ever seen an abandoned old lighthouse in the fog? Okay. Hold up. And where it comes from, the island I apologize. The island has a history longer than the country they are in. Blackbeard himself was rumored to use the island as a honeymoon destination and gold depository in the early 18th century, and naturally he killed some people there along the way. By the time Louis Wagner murdered the women living on Smutty Nose, there were already ghost stories about the haunting chains of islands with history pirates and of course axe murders. Come creepy tales, and again, the abandoned lighthouse don't help. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't know, because lighthouses are meant to direct the sea vessels, right, to island, to shore. So if I would have known that a certain specific lighthouse is abandoned and I would have seen the lights come on, I will U-turn. That's it. I will boomerang back to where I came from and be like, yeah, I can't do it right now, or just stay in the middle of the sea overnight. I ain't parking at night. No way. But that's how it is. And okay, so I am a huge fan of pirates. You know, just like everybody else, I was born in the wrong century. Yeah, pirates. They were amazing. I mean, yeah, the fact that they didn't shower or anything was a big factor, but nevertheless, pirates sailing the seven seas, with tales of mystery, gold, and of course, like this lighthouse, murder. And of course, then you also have the Kraken, which is an awesome story. I do believe in the Kraken, and in some cases they actually did confirm that the Kraken actually does kind of exist, because like at the bottom of the sea, where we are not meant to go, there is a huge ass squid thing. I don't know, okay, but it's huge. It's huge. So, from New Hampshire, please tell me if you guys live near the Isles of Shoals, Eastern Shores. Please let me know if you guys ever heard any screaming at night or see ghostly apparitions of ships sailing the sea, or you ever heard of a captain just barking at you with orders. Arr, right? So, from New Hampshire, we take our cruise back to the waters and we sail off to New Jersey with the urban legend of the Watcher. Okay? And this is why it's creepy. Let's be real. Average New Jersey Devils fan is scarier than the obviously bullshit legend of the Jersey Devil and the Watcher. The legend that creeped its way to viral fame in 2015 is like a David Fincher movie breathed into horrifying life. If you don't know the details, in the summer of 2015, a young family moved into a $1 million house in Westfield, from West Philadelphia. Born, anyways, okay. Westfield, New Jersey. Soon after they started getting letters signed by someone only IDing themselves as the Watcher, claiming it was his duty to watch over the house, while also spotting crazy lines like you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested. And who has the bedroom facing the street? Where it comes from? Is this a prank? Is this a prank based off a weirdly accepted local legend, a media hoax, a way to drive down real estate prices? It's possible to know, but I feel very weird, and somebody's sending letters to inhabitants of the house. The debate and skepticism is still burned in the creepiest corners of the internet, and while it's fairly new legend, it's probably one of the scariest entries in this list, no matter what you believe. Okay. The Watcher, huh? I mean, I've read about the Jersey Devil. You guys want to read it? Let's read it. It's not that. Wait. Oh, it's an ad. What is this? This is too long. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, basically the Jersey Devil is pretty much the devil himself. And, we don't want to get into it. But, The Watcher, huh? I mean, to me, it sounds like that one movie, what's it called? Where the mom and the kid goes to rent the house. I think her friend lets him borrow, but the house is being like sold. So like every night or so, they have like people from like out of town or something to like look over the house. I forgot the movie, but in that movie, somebody actually sneaks in and kills like and gets his way. Okay. But yeah, it reminds me of that movie. So maybe this person is, before the house was sold, he went in to check it out and just started remembering everything. And just like when he finally saw that somebody was taking it, just send creepy letters, be like, hey, whose bedroom is it that faces the street? Because he already knows the layout, right? So he already went in. But, why would you do that? Like, why would you just do that? I swear, I'll be stalking my mailbox. Everything, okay? Damn. So, New Jersey. Tell me, do you guys believe in the Jersey Devil? Or have you guys been getting any letters from the Watcher? I want to know. Tell me if it's real or not. But anyways, from New Jersey, we, say goodbye to the Watcher and let him do his thing, and we go straight to New Mexico, which this urban legend pretty much hits home hard, okay? And the urban legend in Nuevo Mexico, New Mexico, okay, is called El Chupacabra. And I'll tell you why this beast is creepy. Simply put, it's a rabid beast that may or may not be the size of a bear, but definitely has spikes on its back and glowing eyes. It can fly if it wants, but it will definitely suck the blood out of your pets and family. And a ton of people think it's real, which is almost scarier. Where it comes from, anybody who grew up in the Southwest knows about the legend of El Chupacabra. Down there, it's as big as Bigfoot. Even if people can't agree on what it looks like exactly, the first sighting happened in 1995 in Puerto Rico. And eyewitnesses' accounts of the goat sucker have been steadily trove across Central America, reaching a heat in Mexico and Southwest. Over the past 2 decades, New Mexico is particularly has been the source of some notable chupa sightings. As recently as this summer, a treasure hunter claimed has found a genuine chupacabra skull in Las Vegas. NM, I forgot the NM means. But chupacabras, huh? Whew. Back when I heard the legend, I was a kid, and it freaked me out. Like I was afraid, but just as the name implies, it's a goat sucker. It sucks the blood out of cattle, goats, and everything. It's not set to attack people, okay? This is bogus. It's not set to attack people, so we are safe. But keep your pets inside. Put cameras outside because the chupacabras is definitely real. I can guarantee you with 100%, okay? Because it's out there waiting to see if you slip up and let your cattle run, freely. It's I don't know. There has been like sightings actually just recently too, like not even a couple days ago, where I just turned around to see that there was actually sightings of the chupacabras down by Central America and stuff. I forgot where exactly, but it was down there that all the cattle has had their blood sucked out, and that's about it. Just a big gaping hole with the blood all drained out. I mean, if the chupacabra is out there, what do you guys think? New Mexico, tell me. Let the car pass first. There we go. Okay. New Mexico, tell me if you guys believe in the goat sucker, the legend of the chupacabras, or in Spanish, la leyenda del chupacabras. Díganme. ¿Creen que existe? You believe he's real? You believe his legend is bigger than Bigfoot himself? Or what do you guys think? The way he sucks the blood of the goats? With a bendy straw? Or a crazy straw? Let me know, New Mexico. I would definitely like to know. So, from New Mexico, we hitch a ride with El Chupacabras because God knows he is quick AF. And we take a ride towards New York. City of dreams, right? Where everything, you go to New York. You're like, when somebody talks about New York, or when people tell me about New York, all I'm hearing is Times Square. Boom. That's it. Nothing else. You go to New York if you have the big bucks. That's all I'm thinking of. You go to New York if you want to become a designer, because apparently that's all I hear from New York. Designer this, designer that. Nothing else. Anyways, We go to New York to find ourselves with the urban legend called the the Montauk Project. The Montauk Project. Montauk. Montauk? I don't know, but apparently this is why it's creepy. The Montauk Project, a series of alleged government experiments conducted in Montauk, Long Island, in the early 80s, reportedly served as one of the Duffer Brothers' main inspiration for Stranger Things. Damn. The original work, the original working title of the show was even called Montauk. So we're talking about psychological warfare, experimenting on children, opening portals to other dimensions, and various other nefarious government-funded creepiness. Hey, you probably seen the show. Where it comes from? While there are rumors circling around shady government activities in the southern east tips of Long Island for nearly a decade prior, the legend wasn't fully baked until the early 1990s, when Peter B. Nichols, a parapsychologist, and electrical engineer, helped pen the Montauk Project experiments in time, which detailed a slew of Seleucus repressed memories from his days working on Montauk. Corroborated by the other colleagues, the book detailed time warps to Mars, genetic experiments, and 11-esque psychic child spies. The Montauk Project itself is said to be a piece of a larger psychological warfare conspiracy called the Philadelphia Experiment, which naturally inspired its own film too. New York. Why? Why would you do that to kids, man? Come on. Oh boy. I can see it now. Mom, can you sign this permission slip to go to the astronaut camp that does not exist? Yeah, apparently the project is called the Montauk Project, so please, Mom, sign it. I want to be an astronaut. Boom. There it is. Kids falling for that trick. And the government gets its way. Oh, joy. The Montauk Project. And, wow, the main inspiration for the Netflix original show, Stranger Things, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Okay, this is not the recommended movie for tonight, but it is, highly recommended above all else, because that show, it has 2 seasons, and I want more. Please, don't do this to me, Netflix. I want more, cause I want to know what happens, man. Jesus Christ, so good. Even though my friend said season 2 is ass, I don't know. I like it. I like season 2. But the Montauk Project, if you guys seen Stranger Things, we don't want to know if there were actual portals in there or not. Because if there were, damn, son. What the hell? What the hell, man? Listen, no, please don't let it be real. That's all I can say. Ooh. Okay, by the way, New York, please tell me if you guys live by Philadelphia, right? I think that's where it is. That's where it's from. Or Long Island. Tell me if you guys have seen any rumors going around about the project. Is it still running? Is it still operating? Or is it just a hoax? Have you guys seen any portals to other dimensions where you ordered a coffee and next thing you know, you get an even stranger looking coffee? Please let me know. I am genuinely curious to all these urban legends. So, from New York, we open a rift in space-time continuum, right? And we step in, and we find ourselves in North Carolina. Okay, nice little picture here you have in the webpage. And North Carolina is the host of the urban legend called the Beast of Blendenboro. Okay, first and foremost, stop with the names, please. I get it. You know, it's an old name. I just never seen the name in my life, and you're expecting me to read it. Like, you're expecting me to read the name as if I'm native to there. I cannot read it. So please make my job a little easier and do put the name a lot easier. So, the Beast of Bladenboro, I believe that's how it's called. And why it's creepy, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it is. Because it's a large, possibly vampiric cat beast that might also be part bear and will brutally murder your pets and or livestock, and maybe even you, when you aren't looking. Where it comes from, in 1954, a string of mysterious, gruesome deaths began to hit animals and around Bladenboro, North Carolina. Broken jaws, crushed heads, and even reports of blood completely drained from the bodies. Witness account varied, but seemed to point to something vaguely feline in nature, but also larger and more powerful. The story made the national news, and there were multiple hunting parties and attempts to catch the beast, but they never did, of course. But the killings eventually stopped, at least for now. North Carolina, huh? With the Beast of Bladenboro. It's a big old kitty cat. Big old vampiric kitty cat. Ooh. Sounds to me like El Chupacabras, but instead of being dog-like, it's more cat-like. I mean, El Chupacabras is pretty much a vampiric beast, right? Because it only sucks the blood. But El Chupacabras only goes for the goats and cattle. And apparently, the beast from Bladenboro will go after your dogs, cats, any pets, livestock, and even you if you don't be careful. So, wonder what. I mean, okay, so it's a cat, right? I mean, just sprinkle some what's that called? Catnip all over the place, and just see the big old cat just get high on catnip. Who knows? Maybe it'll become your pet. So, North Carolina, please do tell me if you live anywhere near Bladenboro or are in Bladenboro, North Carolina. Please tell me if you've seen this little cat pouncing on your neighbors. Maybe you fed it even once and now it's taking a liking to you. So, please tell me if you've seen this cat before. So, from North Carolina, we turned into the beast and pounced over to North Dakota, to the urban legend called the Gates of Hell. And I'll tell you why this particular story is creepy. Abandoned towns are generally creepy, and North Dakota has an abundance of settlements that were all but abandoned after the railroad boom. Tagas, though, take the cake due to the little fact that people believe that it once housed a Lutheran church that doubled as a hotbed for Satan worship. Legend is, it burned down, but if you stand, where am I? If you stand in just the right place, you can hear the screams of the damned bubbling up from hell itself. There are also reports of hellhounds, glowing gravestones, and ghost trains. Vandals are revealers. Wait. Vandals and revealers have made the few people who call Tagas home very wary of visitors, and Lord knows that the combination of a rumor portal to hell and extremely unwelcoming locals in a small town is boilerplate horror movie fodder. Where it comes from, the Satanism business dates back to satanic panic of the 80s, though Taga's been spooky since its founding in the 1900s and ever since the late 80s. when hundreds of high schoolers turned up for a vandalism intensive Halloween party were run out of ghost town, visitors have met with extreme skepticism. The city's last church burned to the ground in 2001. Wow, North Dakota. I mean, if you're scaring off drunken kids, then you're probably doing something right? Hopefully they are, hopefully they are scared to the point where they are not going to drink anymore, because drinking is bad, okay? And, you know, having kids behind the wheel while drunk is even worse. Which, let me put a pause in this and give you a friendly reminder that please don't use your phone while driving. Or don't get in the car when you're drunk or high. Just don't do it, please. I don't want to get run over. I don't want to get run over by you guys. And I definitely don't want to be reading no urban legends from your ghost roaming around the streets where you had an accident. So please, if you're listening to my podcast in the car, I do hope that it's on park right now and I am on speaker or, plugged into your aux cable and listening to my beautiful voice from the speakers of the car. Okay, if you have a passenger, if, your loved one's next to you, or, your husband, girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend are in the car with you, please let them have the phone. You have nothing to worry about. You trust them, right? Let them fiddle around with my podcast, and we'll call it even. All right. So don't text and drive. Don't drive drunk. Don't drive high. Please put the keys down if you're gonna fiddle with any of those. I am dead serious. Please don't do it. Okay. So North Dakota, the gates of hell, running down some kids from having the time of their lives back in the 80s. I mean, that gates of hell. Also, hellhounds. I know what hellhounds are, and here somewhere in California, I believe, they have there have been spotted some hellhounds, and be wary, man. If you're outside in California, please take like some bacon with you. Don't eat it though. They're to distract the hounds from eating you. Okay. So I accidentally pushed something, and now I am meted in a website called the ghosts of North Dakota.com, and this article was made in August 6th of this year by Tori Larson. And that's my dog barking at another dog outside barking. Okay. So, I do apologize for that. Okay, so let's read a little bit of this things, right? A ghost town built from coal and brick. Sims, North Dakota is a beautiful and near ghost town founded in what was in the time of somewhere remote on the spot. Here comes the names. Prairie of Dakota Territory, about 35 miles west of Mandem. The Northern Pacific arrived in 1879. An extra boxcar were set aside to use as a business and shelter until proper town could be constructed. The original settlers were attracted to coal, and that was easily mined here, and several early names of the town were baby mine. Okay. So I am getting the vibe that North Dakota is empty. How many of you are out there in North Dakota? Tell me. I want to know the head count of the whole North Dakota region, because it's kind of weird to see here that a lot of people just gone away because of the coal crisis and the mining crisis, and the next thing you know, they're gone. So do please tell me, North Dakota, do you guys believe in the gates of hell? What if would you ever knock on the door? Yeah, it's not heaven's door, but tell me. I want to know, North Dakota, is it real or not? So from North Dakota, we stepped into the gates of hell. We meet everybody and say goodbye because we are going to Ohio, and with its weirdly named urban legend called Melon Heads. You know, like melon the fruit and then heads. Okay, this is why it's creepy. It sounds like something stale your granny might keep in her candy dish, but it's actually a legend about pale, sickly, genetically altered children with giant heads and razor sharp teeth that simply love killing babies. And also you, in some variances. So yeah, much worse. Okay. And where it comes from, the rift, let me see. Rifts on the tail also exist in Michigan and Connecticut, but the Ohioan case is particularly compelling. These melonheads haunt the woods of Kirkland and are apparently the adopted children of a unsculptured doctor who used to pre who used the pre-melonheads to test new medical and surgical methods with not so great results. Hmm. Of course, in some versions of the tale, the kids are more likely to scurry away like chipmunks than bite your face off. In others, they're just ghosts of kids. One thing is certain, they definitely inspired one very campy, hyper-local horror movie. And I want to know what the movie's called. Maybe we've seen it, so. The movie's called The Legend of Melonhead. We have never seen this one. It looks like a really bad B movie. Oh, apparently it's good because IMDb is giving it a 7 out of 10 stars. So maybe we should check it out. Who knows? Okay, so Ohio and their melon heads. Wow. One thing's for sure. If I would have seen them kids coming across, I'd be like, "Yo, have you guys heard of Chuck Norris? Because I'm about to meet. He's gonna meet you guys and roundhouse kick them. Bam! Right? I mean, how can you miss? They have ginormous heads, but they eat babies, though. Come on, man. Why babies? Because they can't fight back. You know, I mean, I swear if a well-centered adult, would have come across these kids, I'm pretty sure the legend of the melonheads would have been uber like this. Up, my screen went dark. Please, there we go. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the melonhead stories would have been done. Okay, so wow, melonheads and the doctor, of course. Every creepy legend has to have a doctor and his failed experiments. Wonderful. Okay, so from Ohio, we leave the melonheads behind with a little bit of fruit with a fruit basket, and we go straight to Oklahoma with the urban legend called the Skirvin Hotel. And why it is creepy, I shall tell you. Because the place is basically Oklahoma's equivalent to the hotel from The Shining, a luxury hotel whose permanent residents include eternally crying babies, a ghost that likes to grow people in the showers. Hold up. Hold up. What? Okay. Spirits that slam doors, and the ghost of the original owner's mistress, who allegedly died along with his illegitimate child. Illegitimate child. Okay. And who still walks the halls with a stroller. It's so prevalent that even the toughest of NBA players who stayed in the ghost hotel when in OKC often find themselves seeking alternate accommodations, and that's before the bedbugs start biting. Oh no. Where it comes from, the place was built in 1911, and shortly thereafter, original owner Fred Shurable
was shot to death, but not before allegedly impregnating a maid who perished on the 10th floor. It's been downhill from there. Even a renovation of the area in the early 90s, didn't scrub the supernatural from the most haunted hotel in Oklahoma. Wow. Okay, so my favorite NBA player of all time has to be Westbrook, and you know, he plays for the Oklahoma City. Um, and I want to know, has he ever come across this hotel and stayed in it? And what does he think about it? You know, maybe he came across the crying babies that wouldn't, you know, stop crying all night. Hmm. Now, ooh, I don't know. I mean, if you guys see The Shining, you know what I'm talking about. That movie is bonkers. It's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, and of course, it's from one of my favorite authors. You know, it's Stephen King. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's a bunch of things going on in there. It's like a ghost party, right? From babies to door slamming to maids that were murdered maybe or died with their kids. I mean, how would the kid die? You know, come on. Wow. I don't know. But Oklahoma, please. Where is this located at? Basically I don't know where it comes from. But tell me, Oklahoma, have you been to the Skirvin Hotel? Have you heard those babies cry? Or have the door slam in your face out of, I don't know, anger maybe? Or have you been groped in the showers? Because that would be weird. Oh, God. Okay, so speaking of groping, when I used to live over there in LA, I'm not lying here, okay? I was in my boxers, ready to take the shower at night, and all of a sudden, when I bent down to, like, you know, turn on the water, I felt somebody touch my butt, and I turned around and I was like, the hell? What the hell, dude? Who was it? Show your face. Never found out. But I was alone in that tiny little bathroom, so. Oh yeah, I know how it feels. So please tell me, Oklahoma, what do you guys think of it? So, from Oklahoma, we hitch a ride with the Oklahoma City team in their bus and let them know that we are getting off in Oregon for the urban legend called the Bandage Man of Canyon Beach. You know, all these urban legends are starting to sound like episodes from Goosebumps. But I'll tell you what's creepy. Far from the rooted in history scares of Portland, Shanghai tunnels. Okay, that's the shenanigans. Shanghai tunnels. The Bandage Man haunts a lonely patch of decommissioned highway near the idyllic coast town of Canyon Beach. Like many slightly pervy ghosts, he likes to mess with randy teenagers making out in their cars, though more sinister legends have him eating dogs, wandering the wind-swept road, and even jumping in the back of the pickups and sedans, filling the car with the scent of rotting flesh. Oh. Where it comes from, the Bandage Man, most popularly a logger hacked up at the nearby mill, made his earliest documented appearance in the 50s, and he was still likely as a spooky story told beach around Bonfire Beach by teens uh, weaned on monster movies, thus the stilly mummy-like roots. Still, after hearing the tale late at night, then retiring to the confines of secluded road for a little third base action, it's a story that carries enough creepy weight to seriously kill the mood, which is why it's persisted for decades. Oh. Oregon, please. Like, I played the game Oregon Trail back in elementary school, but they didn't tell me about no man in bandages. You know, first of all, I would be pissed. if he would have gotten in my car and all of a sudden my car smelled like crap, I'll be mad. I'll be like, oh, hell no. Pull the car over, you know, get out of the car, look back, flip the seat because it's gonna be a 2 door. Get his mummy ass out of the car, fucking kick him in the curb, get the hell out of my car, and be pissed all the way home. Okay, but in all seriousness, oh man, the bandage man. I do apologize. The secret of the tunnels. So this Shanghai tunnels is actually a secret, huh? There's a whole page dedicated to it. I ain't gonna read it. And the bandage man. Unexplained mysteries. Yeah, that's too much information. But yes, Oregon, please do tell me if the bandage man is real or not. Have you been driving around with the odor of rotten meat in your car lately? Have you seen a man all of a sudden devour a douche in front of your eyes? Or maybe you're just two star-eyed lovers waiting to get to third base and all of a sudden you see a creepy looking feller outside the window. Let me know, Oregon. Please let me know. That, by the way, it's by Shanghai Tunnels. Portland, Shanghai Tunnels, the management hunts. In the idyllic coast town of Cannon Beach. So please tell me, Cannon Beach, listeners. I was gonna say viewers, listeners. Please do tell me if you guys believe in the old legend. So, from Oregon, we will drive with our windows down because the musty smell is not going away from my car. All the way down to Pennsylvania. Okay, now, whenever I think of Pennsylvania, I always picture the Dracula's castle, which I know it's not there. I think it's in Romania. But for some strange reason, it's already embedded in our brains that Dracula's castle is on Pennsylvania. Like, I know that there's like a tourist castle there, which, you go to the cellar and it's like a gift shop and you can actually buy sangria that's supposedly blood, but it ain't. I know that, but, the real Dracula castle, I think it's over there by Romania. So, Pennsylvania has an urban legend called Charlie No Face, which I think I have heard about this one. Whew, I'm sorry about that. I yawned. I'm not tired. I just, yawned. Oof. Okay, so the urban legend goes like this, and all its creepiness. According to the legend, after a tragic childhood accident, Charlie No Face, aka Glowing Green Man, lost his face and turned radioactive, literally glowing a toxic green as he stalks western Pennsylvania highways at night. His main haunt is Penny Fork Tunnel, an abandoned freight tunnel in Hillsville. But if you seek him out, keep your foot on the accelerator. If he even manages to touch your car, it might stall out. Then you'll be hanging out with Charlie No Face for the rest of your probably short life. Where it comes from. Ray Robinson was a real man. As a child in 1919, he was severely electrocuted by a trolley wire while peering into a bird's nest. Curiosity killed the cat, which particularly melted and disfigured his entire face. As an adult, Robinson walked western Pennsylvania highways, Route 351 to be exact, but only at night, as his shocking visage garnered unwanted attention. His glowing appearance is likely due to the petroleum jelly he needed to coat his damaged skin. Those who know him claim he was incredibly sweet, though profoundly isolated. And no, he has nothing to do with the Pennsylvania's other Green Man. Wow. Right, Ray Robinson, he was a real man, and in 1919 he suffered a tragic, you know, face, just face thing melted. Whew. Now, tell me something. You know, would you guys ever make friends with the strange kid in the back of your class? You know, always looking down, always looking sad. You know, maybe has a weird smell of cheese for some reason. I don't know. You know, or the awkward kid. You know, is always alone. Would you give them a chance to let them know, like, you know, so you can know them a little better? I mean, I would. Right? Because when I was a young kid, when I was in elementary school, I was pretty much that awkward kid in the back. And I was, oof. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. We don't wanna go there. So, anyways, Pennsylvania. Near, where's this at? The highways at night. Now, I don't believe Ray Robinson is the Green Man that everybody talks about in the urban legend, because, you know, like I said, once you get to know a person, you'll know how sweet they are. So, like I said before in like my other podcast, don't judge a book by its cover, because you know you look dumb. All right, so you're judging a man or a woman from far away. Be like, oh yeah, that guy looks like a real a-hole. And next thing you know, it blows your mind by doing something, you know, that you wouldn't even think it's possible for that person to do. Then what? You know, then who are you going to apologize to? You know, your friends look at you and be like, hey, didn't you tell me that he was an asshole? Smack you up in the back of the head like, hold up, like, you know, come on. Don't judge a book by its cover. Get to know the person. Alright? So, Ray Robinson, rest in peace, my dude. Hopefully, wherever you are right now, you got your face back. But aside from Ray Robinson's Pennsylvania, please tell me if you've seen Charlie No Face in the highways while driving. Oh, also, I want to talk about stalling out. What? Okay. Stalling out means that, you know, you're driving a manual. I doubt a lot of people, you know, it's like, okay, look, a lot of people do drive manual, but it's very rare for somebody to drive manual. Everybody's driving automatic right now. So how can your automatic stall out? And even if it does, like, you know, let's say I'm driving my automatic car, if it stalls out or it dies out on me, because you can't stall out. So if it dies out on me, I will. You can bet your bottom dollar that I will Flintstone my ass out of there. Put a hole through the damn bottom of the car and just start pedaling. Nope. So, Tom, Pennsylvania, have you come across Charlie No Face in the western highways of Pennsylvania, down by Piney Fork Tunnel near Hillsville? Have you met the person? Or have you seen his glow? Let me know. So from Pennsylvania, we grab onto the, what was it that? So from Pennsylvania, we grab onto the radioactive powers and we fly all the way to Rhode Island with the urban legend called Mercy Brown. And this is why it's creepy. Rhode Island's a home to many a haunted house, including the one that inspired The Conjuring. Ah, look at that. But one legend you can experience without trespassing is the tale of Mercy Brown. It seemed that back in the day, Rhode Island was amidst a vampire panic, and its most famous victim was a 19-year-old Mercy Brown. After her mother and sister died, Mercy succumbed to tuberculosis as well. Due to the panic, villagers presumed something supernatural was afoot. When they exhumed Mercy, he body. Wait, I think they misspelled that. Her body was remarkably well preserved. So, when they removed her heart and liver, uh, burned them down to ashes and fed them to. Okay, wait. Okay. I got completely lost in the story. Hold up. After her mother and sister died, Mercy succumbed to tuberculosis as well. So the mom and sister died of tuberculosis. Okay, due to the panic, villagers presumed something supernatural was afoot. When they exhumed Mercy, her body was remarkably well preserved. So Mercy died, and the villagers decided to dig her back up. Okay, so they removed her heart and liver and burned them down to ashes and fed them to her sick brother. He died 2 months later. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. They say the spirit of Mercy, though, still haunts the cemetery of Exeter, where her gravesite remains, a place where morbid tourists flock and where a chill hangs perpetually in the air. Where it comes from, historical fact, Mercy Brown died in January 17, 1892, and her cremated heart was force-fed to her brother. Her story is the most famous of many similar gruesome tales that stoked the fires of Rhode Island's haunted landscape. Holy crap, that whole thing is real. The Great New England Vampire. I don't know what to think. That's so long. So her bodies remained in a crypt, in a stone crypt, in Chestnut Hill Cemetery before burial. Huh? Look at that. She got her crypt. But what I do want to know is why would the villagers decide to force feed the 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 heart and liver to the brother? It makes absolutely no sense. What the hell, dude? That's some BS right there. Like, why would you do that? You don't do that. They should have just let Mercy rest in peace. I do apologize again. They should have just let her rest in peace, man. I mean, come on. But like they say, and like we all say, curiosity killed the cat. Okay, so from Rhode Island, we pray to Mercy that she sleeps well from now on. And we go straight to South Carolina with the urban legend called Boo Bags. Boo Hags, my bad. And this is why it's creepy. Boo Hags basically make traditional vampires seem like Robert Pattinson's vampires. They're skinless beings that creep into people's homes in the low country, climb on their chests for a ride, and gain ability to suck out your breath. Okay. They also have a nasty habit of tearing off a victim's skin and wearing it to keep themselves warm, though they'll usually just leave you short-breathed and tired. Where it comes from, Boo Hags are a fixture of Gula and Geechee culture, prevalent in coastal low country areas populated by African American descendants of slavery. The creatures are amongst the most terrifying and unsettling amongst the rich folklore history, yet seem tame and compared to the true atrocities of the regions that birthed them. What? And we can't find it, of course. Holy Jesus Christ! So the Boo Hags, huh? like I said, I am a huge fan of vampires. You know, I mean, I love the vampires, and I do believe they're real. But maybe hold up. Maybe that's what they meant um, by when they say what's that called sleep paralysis. Have you guys ever had that sleep paralysis? Have you guys ever just felt that you were awake but couldn't move? Have you guys just stood there at night, eyes wide open, but all of a sudden couldn't move at all? Happened to me once. Happened to my mom once too. It's a very creepy feeling because you can't move. That's pretty much it, and you're awake. Oh. That's why I don't normally sleep on my with my chest up. With my face facing up. No, no way. Speaking of, okay, you know what? Maybe we are gonna cover it when we go to other parts of the world. But if we don't, there's also like a tale over there in Japan. I forgot what's it called. Let's see if we can find it. Hold up. That's a creepy looking squirrel girl. Oof. Let me check. Hold up. Dwarf flying squirrel. What the hell? Hold up, hold up. Because it's said to be like a small creature. It's not Raiju, is it? There's the Raiju is a thunder animal or thunder beast. Is a legendary creature from Japanese mythology. Its body is composed of lightning and may be the shape of a wolf, the form of a white and blue wolf, or even a wolf wrapped in lightning. It's the most common. It may also fly about as a ball of lightning. But Raiju is the companion of Raijin, the Shinto god of lightning. While the beast is generally calm and harmless, during thunderstorms it becomes agitated and leaps into trees, fields, and even buildings. Trees that they have been struck by lightnings are said that they have been scratched by Raiju's claw. Okay, you know what? That's cool, and I believe it. Another of Raiju's peculiar behaviors is sleeping on a human's navel. There it is. This is the one that I was talking about. So, I read this when we had like a thunderstorm where I live. I think it was last year. Somewhere in the middle of summer, because I remember it was hot. It was hot as hell, dude. And all of a sudden the lights went out. But I do remember, and there were just the lightning and thunder, just amazing. I like it. And then I remember reading the story that the Raijin actually sleeps in human navels. All right, so this is why he does it. This prompts the Raijin to shoot lightning arrows at Raiju to wake the creature up and thus harm the person in whose belly the demon is resting. Superstitious people therefore often sleep on their stomachs during bad weather. Other legends say that Raiju will only hide in the navel of people who sleep outdoors. It's also believed that he has a pup. Oh. Maybe this inspired the what's that called? Yeah. Oh no, Manetric. Never mind. I was gonna say Pokemon, but no, it's that one. Let me see. Two such creature appears in the anime as well. Naruto Shippuden. Sasuke Uchiha forms a Kiden from lightning and a storm to attack Itachi Uchiha. Kakashi Hitake briefly forms a dog or wolf from lightning chakra to attack Pain. Oh, okay. So, Raiju is definitely real, and this is the story that pretty much reminded me of the Buhags, where they actually go on top of your chest at night, but these dudes just decide to suck the breath out of you and maybe just leave you skinless. With that being said, guys, that was definitely the last urban legend that we're gonna read tonight because I don't know how much the program's gonna last, and I don't want it to end on me. So I do apologize if this is shorter than the rest, but I gotta make do what I can with what I can. But tomorrow we'll definitely try out the the new program called Streamlabs, and hopefully everything goes well with it. So, okay, the movie recommendation time. What can I recommend you guys to watch tonight? It's very early at 10 p.m. So, let me see. Let me think hard. Let me think hard. I cannot think of anything. Hold up. What can we recommend you guys to watch tonight? I really don't know. I really don't know. Oh, okay. This is a good one right here. Pet Cemetery. Oh, yes. It's a good movie right here. 1989 film. The adaptation and slash drama. It's a damn good movie. Oh God, it's so good. Wow, you know, Pet Cemetery. Stephen King actually does come out in Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery 2. I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, it's Pet Cemetery 2, and it's its own movie on its own. But the original Pet Cemetery of 1989, it is a good movie. Let's read up about it a little bit. And it's also by our favorite author, Stephen King. So, Pet Cemetery, the author Stephen King. Hold up. This is the novel. No. I mean, if you guys want to read the novel, go for it. It's a pretty good novel. But we're here talking about movies. And this movie is directed by Mary Lambert, produced by Richard P. Rubenstein, alright? Screenplay by Stephen King himself, and it's based on his own novel with the same title, okay? This is all this nonsense, distributed by Paramount Pictures. Release date was April 21, 1989. Runtime of 103 minutes. 103 minutes of awesomeness, and at the end of the movie, you get to hear one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite bands of all time, the Ramones, with the same title as the movie and as the novel, Pet Cemetery. So, movie recommendation, you guys have an hour and 43 minutes to spare tonight. Go watch it. Search it up on wherever you stream movies from, whether it be Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, go check it out. If you guys own it, dig it out from where it is. Clean out your VHS to get that good feel and pop it back in there. Because it's a really good movie. So, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I couldn't say my outro during the live stream earlier, so this will count for 2. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can chat. You can send pictures. Send memes. Send stories of your own, or even urban legends if you guys want. Send them to me over on Twitter with the hashtag TheAfterDarkPodcast or hashtag TADP. Once again, it's hashtag TheAfterDarkPodcast or hashtag TADP. And I will gladly read it, live, like every night during October. And I will give credit where credit is due. So yes, I will read your name out and I will read your story. Remember, your story doesn't have to be a paragraph long. It could be a 3-cent story, and trust me, those are very scary as well. Okay, so if you guys want to follow me on Instagram as well, you can do so too. I'll leave a link in the description below. I am a all-around artist. I draw digitally, I draw traditionally, and maybe someday in the near future, who knows, I'll start painting as well. So I normally post every Wednesday and Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. California time. But since it is October, I am partaking in the Inktober challenge, which is me pretty much drawing traditionally with pen and paper all throughout October, and it's going to be a new drawing every day. And since this whole week for me personally, okay, this is not part of the Inktober challenge, but for me, this whole week until Monday of next week, it's going to be fan art week, and I will be posting a drawing of my favorite fan art, during the whole week. And today, if you guys seen the live stream, you know what I posted up, because it's already up in my Instagram. I posted up a picture of my favorite female superhero. She's the best, Squirrel Girl. So, if you guys want to follow me and see all that, you can do so as well. So thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. If you have any suggestions, this is gonna be the first time me saying it. If you have any suggestions on what you want to hear on this podcast, please don't hesitate to write me a comment down below. I'll read every single one of them. I promise. I promise that I will. Okay, and soon, hopefully my channel will change for the best, and we have better things coming our way. So, if you stick around, you'll find out. So, thank you guys for coming to the live stream. If you were in the live stream, I'm sorry about that. If you're in the live stream right now, I really do appreciate it. If you're watching this as a YouTube playback or replay, I really, really, really do appreciate you guys. So thank you so much for coming. And on that note, remember to always check the closet for monsters. No, wait. Wait. And as always, for reals this time, remember to always look under your bed. Check the closet for monsters. And always, and I mean always, look behind you. Because you may never know who's watching you from afar. Peace out, everybody. And have a great and safe night.